Musing, musing, musing. Always musing. I wanted to take another peek into our human soul, and still on the topic of self-love, on the topic of the necessity to do trauma work, shadow work. And I thought maybe I would give an example of our subconscious, unconscious behavior when we interact with other people. Because of our childhood trauma, we have been trained into seeking validation, seeking acceptance, seeking love from other people. And we constantly do that. When we are in a unhealed state, we constantly do it subconsciously. We're not aware of it, but our subconscious takes note of body language, words, facial expressions, and is interpreting that, while our conscious mind is elsewhere, is looking at the surface of this other person we are interacting with. We're talking, but the CPU, the subconscious, is constantly processing gestures, tone, um, body language, etc., that we're not consciously aware of. But because of our trauma, because of the wounds, the inner child wounds, we have this processor, the subconscious mind, running in the background. And because we depend on validation from outside of ourselves, we judge every little nuance. If a person turns their eyes away or a certain way, or makes some kind of a body language, we take offense to that. Our subconscious mind reacts to that because it's a memory, something that was ingrained in us during childhood, in our memory, and the body language triggers that memory and triggers us into defensiveness, and right away we will start projecting in judgment, in criticism on that person, even if that person isn't even judging us. They're minding their own business, or they're in their own thought for a moment and might turn away their gaze from us in a conversation. Our subconscious mind will interpret all of that through the lens of invalidation. And we will start feeling invalidated, not understood, not respected. And these are all the triggers. And then pretty soon, our guard will come up and we will start projecting the things that our subconscious is accusing of us of. We are going to start accusing the other person of. Like, they are not validating you, they are rejecting you, but that's not really true. You're having an internal dialogue with yourself, with your subconscious mind, that is reacting. Actually, your ego is interfacing with the subconscious mind, and your ego is reacting to the childhood triggers, to your need of being validated. And when that is not being signaled from a person outside of us, we get on the defensive and we start criticizing them, when really the problem is inside of us. And here is where self-love, self-acceptance, and self-validation comes from. The only way to heal this kind of behavior toward other people, this defensiveness, which also prevents us from loving others, is because we need to self-love. We need to heal these triggers, love ourselves, and in loving yourself, in loving ourselves, we give us the validation and acceptance that we have always been looking for from other people. And other people will not give us that. Not usually. And even if they give us that, our internal wounds will skew that and get a wrong signal, and we become defensive. And when we are defensive, we cannot love other people because we feel like they hurt us. We feel like they harm us. We feel like they are a negative influence on us, when in truth, the negativity is inside of us. This is why my message is all about self-love. You have to self-love until this is healed. And when this is healed through self-acceptance and self-validation, you no longer need it from outside. And when you no longer need it from outside, you won't feel offended when interacting with other people and they're not agreeing with you, or they're of a different opinion. It will not offend you because you're safe and secure on the inside, because you healed yourself. So that's why I repeat this message again and again and again. This was learned on my own private personal field. Everything I'm sharing was learned through my own experience, getting insights into my own soul, into my own trauma. And that's why I know it works and why it's so important. All right? So today, start loving yourself and start giving yourself the validation that you're seeking from other people, because you're the only one that can give it to you. Love yourself. Take care.